Yo, what up? It's DeCosmic here, and today I wanting to do a case study on Nkla, aka Nikola Corp. They are emerging competitors for Tesla for their electric trucks, and they actually had a nice run today. I'll look at the charts a little bit later. Um, but I've been wanting to try to make this a little bit organized for all y'all. And so I prepared a nice little slideshow. Um, so this is the case study of NLKA Nikola Corp. Um, so to start off, company info. They are an American hybrid truck design company based out of Phoenix, Arizona. Founded in 2014, so it's fairly new. Um, and it's named after Nikola Tesla. So we got Nikola and then we have Tesla. Um, Kind of funny that they decided to name that. And here is their website. So just some initial key data that I look at. I want to know what's the market cap, what's the float, shares outstanding, and typically the last price, last closing price. Last today it's 89.01. I believe it was in the 40s whenever it closed on Friday. I actually got only 4 shares at $57. So I'm going to ride this. There is a investor summit in Germany coming up here in a couple of days. So I kind of just want to if I take a bigger position, I'll sell into some of the news. But I want to ride my 5 shares or 4 shares right now. It is typically a larger market cap than I'm used to trading. At first, I just like I don't want to, play this just because it's a higher price stock. But the pattern is there, and it's another buy rumor, sell news thing play. The float is actually not that high. Like it's a mid float stock, so if it can get volume, it can flip those shares fast, and that's exactly what we saw today. And the shares outstanding is essentially what the total shares are, and the float is what's for public access. Um, and the last price again, so closing today, it was 69.01. So here's some of the recent news. Kind of the first news that really started really picking the stock up. It was honestly VTIQ announcing their merger with them. That ran up VTIQ, and then now Nikola went up and ran in sympathy with it. So why is it important? Well, because VTIQ and Nikola merged, so they can help expedite the trucks. They already have $12 billion in pre-order sales, and they said they're going to start generating revenue by 2021. So honestly, this looks like, for anybody who's a long-term investor, a probably good time to get in right now. And I'll kind of show you why um, here whenever I go to the charts. But don't take this as a buy alert. Don't take this as anything. Invest at your own risk. I'm just breaking this down for you and why I'm in it and what I'm thinking about doing. Um, so then today, people were wondering why it's running. So the shares were trading higher after CNH Industrial announced a $25 million investment in the company with them from them um, acquiring VTIQ. Um, it operates in the same industry. Well, they those that acquisition is because they operate in the same industry, and it says that the proceeds are going to help further vehicle production, is what people want. Um, this you just see right here, it's just keeps going up, and this is actually market close. 89.01 is after hours close. And look, the 52-week low of $10, it's now up to almost 80, almost $100. Um, so this is the start of a run, in my opinion, and this is the start of a great run. So kind of jumping into the charts here. Let me pause real quick. All right. So here's the chart for Nkla. Actually, let me go ahead and throw a couple more studies on here. I need to start using my RSI. And I want to start using my EMA if I can find it here. All right. I'll deal with this later to find my EMA and all that fun stuff. But so I have my RSI set, and I'll get all of this figured out. So looking back here on this long-term chart, this goes what, June to May. Beginning of May, it was trading at forgive me, folks. I had it set up for my stream. So it was setting around here in the 20s. Not really doing a whole lot. I believe the 52-week low was in the 10s. And then whenever the merger was starting to get announced, you start to see a rise here up into the 30s, and it tested its 30s up here in this 30 range. So let me draw my horizontal line right here. And then it comes back and it tests it after the merger is announced, but it went down. And then the Friday, it just kind of didn't really do anything. Well, then people started hearing about it. And then you get that big investment after they took interest in it, and this stock just went ballistic. I mean, look at just the shares traded. Let's go to the just the 1-day chart so I can look at the volume. The volume is 18 million, and today it traded pushing 40 million shares. We can actually see 50 million. It pushed 50 million shares, and what was the float again? What did we go back to and say the float was? 246. So it didn't flip its float, but it's showing an increase in volume. First day of increase in volume, first substantial green day is going to essentially have another green day. Since the Investor Summit, Investors Conference in Germany is taking place on the 11th, I do see this running for the next couple days into the conference as there's more hype and this news spreads about the stock. I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks that amount of shares in their float. I would not be surprised at all if they do close to 50 million shares float traded tomorrow, because this stock is going Nova. And I mean, let's look at a fellow example. TLSA, Tesla. No. Darn it. What was the ticker? T. You know what? That's how come you have Google. I apologize for not being as prepared as I wanted to, but I just kind of thought of this and I looked at the chart earlier today. And TSLA, yeah, there you go. Tesla. What was I typing in? TSLA. I'm sorry. All right, so you can see Tesla's probably running in sympathy with it. Um, it actually had a nice big day today. $100 gap up. But look at whenever it started to run. Back in here. $24, $18. And then it ran. Let's zoom in to see how many days it took for it to blow up. It's 5, 6, and that's at. So each one of these ticks are a day. So it actually had a steady climb up. It didn't have a huge gap up from 40 to $1 or $100 in one day, like Tesla did, or Nkla did. It actually was a course of 3 or 4 days. So, and it didn't cop out until almost $200 a share. With it being a competition of Tesla with Nkla being a competition of Tesla, and with it this big news coming, you can see it looks like it's about to go off. And this is just the first day. Let's look at the last time it's had good day with volume. 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. And this is the second day, actual green day, but it's barely a substantial green day that last time. So that's my thoughts. Essentially, going down here to my final thoughts. I'm in it for shares. I want more shares, so I'm probably going to get in it tomorrow. I want to ride into the investors conference, and if I can make the money off to buy back my initial shares, and ride the rest of the free shares, this is probably a long-term play for me. We will see if there's any shady price action. Definitely I'll try to get out any shady offerings. I'll see how far the stock goes before I try to get out. But it looks like this is a play that you'd want to get in, ride the waves, take your profits, and if it dips down to a comfortable range, add on dips. But that's essentially all that I got for you guys. Let me know if you like this video in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And also, I will leave a card here for y'all to check out my giveaways. I keep touting, talking about them in all my videos, but I'm just going to say check them out. I'm getting a little, it's giving away 4 giveaways. I got Benzinga Pro free month ending July 4th. I have 3 cash giveaways, one $20, one $25, another $25 one for 50 subscribers on YouTube, 50 members in my Discord channel, link in the description, and then 100 followers on Twitter, which is also in the description. So join up, hit in one of these areas for the contest, and you'll see which one that I have. It says the caption is so many giveaways. I think I'll put it right here in this top right corner. But thank y'all so much, and y'all have a good one. Peace.